Om Namah Shivaya. Good morning, everybody. I have online here a group of staff from Vietnam. So then it's good evening for them. So I'm here in New York, but you know, I have some link, invisible link through the internet with the ashram in California and the ashram here in Vietnam. So it's amazing that one thing happening here is broadcasted all over the world. So how are you doing today morning? The last day for many people. You had a good time here? So please leave some testimony. That would be nice, you know, of your visit, because, you know, people don't know what is yoga life. So most people are still thinking yoga is asanas. They don't know that yoga is eating khichdi. Or yoga is washing dishes. Or yoga is living in a uncomfortable old house. All these are yoga. So thank you for being here. So the last talk today, I will talk about prana again, but in relation to the senses, in relation to the mind, and I will be sending you off with a little bit of Vedantic knowledge, reminders. So we said the prana, or the vital energy, is everywhere in the universe. And Hatha yogi, people that practice Hatha yoga, are the most, they are the people the most working on the prana. So, and you can become these people. That means in the morning you wake up, you take your pose. It's not the pose really like a Ayurvedic pose, but you have to ask yourself the question, how's my prana today? And an hour later, how's my prana today? Whatever you do, how's my prana when I'm doing this? Wherever you go, how's my prana? Okay? Because you have very close contact with your prana. Why? Because you know the prana is relating to thoughts. Prana and thought are the same thing. So I can do experiment here with muscle testing. You know muscle testing experiment? You know that or no? Yeah. So a person tests their muscle by a person pushing their arm down, and they resist. So that's the level of energy they have. And then I can tell the person to close their eyes, think about something, the most negative that happened in their life. You know, everyone has something lingering, you know. Think about this. The moment you think about this, push on the arm has no resistance. That means you become weak. So there is a relationship, you know, between the thoughts and your energy. If you have strong energy, then you have, it is said, you have strong vibratory wavelength. I mean, your thoughts will increase frequency. And when it increases frequency, it is more expanded, it's closer to the truth, it has more impact on your life and the surrounding and people around you. So you want the prana increase. You want the high frequency of thoughts. If people have negative frequency of thought and you high, it's like a test tube in the lab. If you know the two test tube, and then the water high level and this one low level. So the low level cannot reach the high frequency. If you keep your thoughts strong, then you are connecting with people that are low frequency thoughts. It will not be able to bring you down unless you want it. If you want it, you tune into them, then you can help them to lift them up. That's possible. So you are not a victim to your environment. So that's the main thing you need to understand. You don't have to be a victim to your environment, and you can help your environment. You can help people around you. So you have to have the knowledge how to tap into the source of prana of the universe. So, you know, Swami Vishnudevanji, he say something, he say, it's like you want electricity, you have to find the right plug, and you plug it in, then you have electricity. You cannot go and say, you know, I get electricity. Yeah, it's like, he said that milk is in the body of the cow. You have to go and pull on the right place. If you pull on the tail, you pull on the somewhere else, then you have a kick. You will not have milk. So you have to have the knowledge how to get the prana and how to recharge yourself. And it's right there. You see, you just have to have the awareness and learn how to switch your thoughts. What is awareness? Awareness is the tuning into your eternal wisdom and knowledge from within you. Yeah, that consciousness that is all the time there. Without consciousness, you are dead. Without consciousness, all this whole world will disappear. So that background of your knowledge and your joy in life and your enjoyment is your consciousness. But you attribute it wrongly to something external and you run after it. No, it's within you. So all the yoga techniques is helping you to turn within and to tap to this unlimited source of prana, knowledge, consciousness, joy, happiness, love, whatever you want to say. It's right there. It's right there. So, but that is a little bit more difficult when you try to tune in your consciousness to get the prana. It's more difficult. But one thing that you can do is you tune into nature. That is easier because we are so tuned to look at something outside of ourselves and something inside, non-existent. Okay? But there is an easier way, which is to look at the nature to get prana and to tune. I like the word tuning, like a radio wave, you tune the frequency. Okay? So now we try to figure out how you're going to do this. How you're going to tune to nature, because nature is divine. Nature is there to support you the whole time. You're always being supported. But you think with your little intelligence, you control nature. But so far now, scientists cannot even figure it out. The bottom line of everything. So that's the problem. We're not tuning in nature. We're not obeying nature. We're not appreciating. And we are not seeing that we are being supported. If you become more aware of that, how wonderful, how beautiful your life will be. So it is said that you can get prana from earth. Earth gives you prana. Prana is invisible, okay? But you feel it. So if you don't feel it, you have at least knowing it, and then you feel it after. And it's fast. So you can get prana from earth through eating products from earth, touching earth. So you feel like somebody is depressed, for example, they are losing contact with themselves, they're losing contact with earth, then you tell them to go do gardening. Yeah. In the middle of New York City, that would be difficult, you know, because all cement. Go to Central Park and touch the ground or sit on the grass there. I remember when I was still working in Montreal, I was there. And I had a 1-month teacher's training course and have so much prana. I did not know at that time what is prana, but I feel very, very different. And I feel, you know, I did not know that's called prana. But then I go back to work. I was working in social services in the government of Quebec, Canada, in this big hall with this cubicle and with neon light, and everyone sitting in this little cubicle. And I feel very strange. I feel that these people, my co-workers, and I was absent just 1 month. I feel my co-workers are ghosts. They're lifeless ghosts, walking around, hovering around, figuring out how they're going to cheat the government. In terms of, you know, live without pay and live with pay, and then they're constantly studying the convention, you know, the book. Anyway, and I was miserable. So I remember that I had to go out in the park, and again in the middle city. Yeah, the same, all cities are the same. Cement, concrete, hardly any tree. And this is a little park, yeah, at my lunchtime. And even now I still remember I was sitting there eating my lunch, looking at the grass, desperately. Grass, grass, give me some prana. And I eat my sandwich, looking at the grass. And there's nothing there, not even flower or anything. There's a little grass. I'm grasping on to the grass. After some time, I quit. The story is longer. There's some miracles, some grace is there, but I quit and I don't go and live in the ashram in Valmorin, Quebec, in the mountains. Every day in communion with the mountain, because in the ashram, what do? Like here, what do? You go from one building to another. That's it. That's what we do. Life is very simple, but we are looking at things. We become much more aware. Like the mountains are a mass of earth. I'm sitting here, but I have a witness that is a mountain there. So that's why I'm talking to you and I look in the mountain. The mountain talks to me. So, you know, so you have to look. Yeah. Your source of prana, the divinity is right there. You just have to look. The trees is earth. The mountains is earth. The flowers is earth. And I know you do Abhyanga. They put, what do they put? They put essential oil. Essential oil is coming from flowers. It comes from earth. When you walk on the ground and the grass is being cut, and you walk on the grass, when you smell the earth, you smell the grass. Yeah. And I see some of you eat the flowers. And the orange flowers. So, you know, it's earth. And it's related to the sense of smell. Earth is related to the sense of smell. So if you feel down, losing prana, what do? Smell. Smell the good thing. What people give you? Essential oil, right? You have jatamamsi, you have lavender. At the yoga farm in Grass Valley, we are planting lavender because it's the only plant that deer don't eat. Deer, they are smart, you know, they see the flowers, they eat all the flowers, they have hundreds of dollars of breakfast. throughout the years, I try different kind. You know, you go to the nursery and you buy plants, and they say this is deer resistant. No way, it's not deer resistant. Even they come and they nip on it and they try, you know, that's it. Your hundreds of dollars is gone. So then sometimes I did figure it out that they don't like purple. all the flowers color, you know, the pink go first, the yellow go, but the purple they let it at the end. But lavender they don't touch. And we have they're called the oleanders. You know, the oleanders is the only kind of flower that can live in a dry, you know, in the summer. California can be very dry. And you have the oleanders. They say, I always heard like this, you know, they're poisonous flowers. You know, don't plant these flowers, don't like these flowers. But these flowers are the only thing in the summer that give you some color. And they don't take much water. And then I figured out, I go and do research, you know, because I want to put more oleanders. And I do research, and they said that there is a company actually that is transferring the poisonous thing of the oleander into medicine. So medicine that come from oleander that can help a lot of the disease. So everything in nature helps something. Yeah. So nature is rich. So trees, mountains, that's earth, come from earth. You'll be nourished by Mother Earth. And the smell. Okay. So don't put the wrong thing in your nose. Smell wrong thing. Okay? Smell the thing that will nourish you. And it is said that it is relating also to the organ of action. There's two kinds of organs of knowledge, we call the senses, and organs of action. How you're going to spend the prana, and the action that you do will increase your karma. Your heavy karma means your heavy weight, okay? And or decrease. Decrease means you feel lighter. You feel closer to yourself. So it's relating to the organs of elimination. Okay, so you eat too much, and your organs of elimination is very active. You are actually losing prana. Okay, that's why it is said eat light. Like you do detoxification, you eat light. You eat digestible thing and light. Okay. And then you get prana from water. Okay. So your body is what? 75% water, depends, you know, but you have a lot of water. So your body is a bag of water. Yeah? So it's very important for you to connect to water. Without water, it's not going to work. You dry out. Yeah, and many people dry out. That's why they have to put on you the oil, you know, the water, liquid oil, to nourish yourself back. And it's related to the tongue, I mean the taste, the sense organ of taste. Okay, so what you eat, what you taste, also will give you the prana. Okay, and what you drink is very important, that you drink pure food, pure water. Don't drink, you know, canned drink, caffeinated thing, or all kinds of drink. You go to the shop and you see all kinds of drink exist there, but pure water is still the best. Okay. And related to your organs of reproduction. Water related to your organs of reproduction. Yeah, your genitals, your organs of reproduction. So if you overuse this organ of reproduction, yeah, then you'll be losing prana and you'll be incurring more karma. Okay. So yesterday, Swami Adipa Shakti has his family visiting a baby 16 months. yeah, baby, and he has to take care of the baby for how long? 2-3 hours or something, or 4 hours or something. When the mother is taking, the mother is taking asanas, and he say, "I'm tired. I'm tired. I need to rest." He never like this. Yeah? So in the evening satsang, he has to rest a little bit from the baby. Just being 3 hours with the baby. You see? So then you say, heavy weight. It takes a lot of your prana. So pay attention to the organs of reproduction. You create plenty of babies, and then you'll be spending a lot of prana taking care of these babies. You know? And you have no time for meditation, no time for yoga. Okay. That's a fact. And then fire comes from fire. Prana comes from fire. Yeah? And our source of fire is the sun. Okay. Solar energy. Yeah? Here we are in a beautiful place where there's a lot of solar energy being converted and being used. And you have a lot of sun. Okay? So open the window, the curtain in your house to have sunshine. Wear sunny color. You see my sunny color here? Wear bright color. If you can, white, yellow, orange. All these are the meaning is color. Of this color is the prana. Okay, so that you can radiating out. You help other people. Okay, it's warm other people, lift them up. And if this idea that I'm nobody, I'm going to wear just black, nobody would see me, you need to move one step further. Okay, so the fire is related to the eyes, the sight. Very important, the eyes, what you look. So one time in our center in Los Angeles, we acquired a beautiful antique historical building. And then we clean up and get the, have the open house, to start that center. And in the garage, there is some graffiti on the wall in the garage. Yeah. And then we are rushing to get things ready and everything. Then I insist to have a karma yogi take the paint, the white paint, and paint that wall. And people say to me, why you care about this? It's in the garage, in the back wall of the garage. Why do you care about this? Yeah. I said, yes, no, the thought. People just one glance and look at this garage and the graffiti, they pull them down. The thoughts are down. And I want everything to be uplifted. So you walk in the city, you see how many graffitis there is. Yeah, in some neighborhood, so much graffitis. That means people that are unhappy, they're angry. So they just draw and they mark their mark, and because they feel so invisible, nobody care about them. So they go destroy, they pull your attention by all these things, right? So you need to live in a clean and uplifting environment. So your room, your house, decorate it. Yeah, well, we do it here. We picture the gods and and nature, so that it uplifts you by what you see. And pay attention, not seeing things, even fleeting things, very quickly in the social media. Yeah, it imprints your mind. Okay, so that is we are helpless here. We just have to do more education, because before the time of my time, the time of Swamiji time, no magazine and things into the ashram. Swamiji take all the magazine to his house, and then we don't have access to magazine or to books of all kinds. He censor. But nowadays, yeah, It's right there in your little box, your little cell phone. Everything in the world is there. You can watch everything there. So it's much, much more difficult to control. It's just a little touch. That's it. But you know that all these are influencing your mind. Yeah, influencing the mind of your children. So be very careful. You lose the prana from the eyes. When you look at things that are not uplifting, you lose prana. Okay? And it's related to feet. The feet. That means the movement. Okay? What that means? Yeah. If you sit still, why yogi sit still? You sit still so then you can conserve prana and you bring your prana high up. Why you keep your spine straight? Yeah, you conserve prana and you bring your prana up. If not, what do? You walk around. You walk. Yeah, it's not like you walk in contemplation. You walk to go and search for object of desire. Now, that's a problem of movement. You move in order to go and satisfy yourself, objects of desire. So you waste a lot of energy and try to find some fulfillment that is external, that is not lasting anyway. You walk here, you grasp this. You walk there, you grasp this. You compare to this, you go to across town to get this. And you are in the same place because, you know, you spend a lot of energy trying to have a little fulfillment that will not last. Okay? So that's why the yogis say, stay still, sit cross-legged, don't go outside, don't walk. I can't my steps right now. I need to walk in nature. But it's not literally, don't take me literally. I don't walk. Yeah, you need to walk. You need to do exercise. But what I'm saying is try to pay attention to the movement that come from the restlessness of the mind that make the body restless. Okay? And then the prana come from air. We are not fish. We are air animal. Okay? So even though water is important, but air is more important. And the COVID attack what? Air. Yeah. It attack your respiration. It attack your lungs. And what your lungs is? When you have lung problem, what is it? Grief. Yeah. So what that means that the COVID attacked humanity now in the lungs, respiratory system, the oxygen that will go in your blood. Humanity is grieving. Humanity is sad. That's what it means. Lack of joy. And attack the breathing, the oxygen that nourishes you. So it's important that you choose your location of living by the quality of the air. Okay, that's an important criteria. So if you choose the quality of the air, then you know most of the time we breathe, we don't even know that we are breathing. Yeah, we don't have to be aware, you know, of the air that we breathe because you know all the time there air is there. Yeah, but with the breathing you get the prana, you get the life force. So just make sure that you are in a place of clean air, and then already your life force is boosted. Yeah, you're more healthy because you breathe. So, and learn how to breathe, of course. It's related to touch. Touch is the skin. Okay? So you guys have abhyanga. Yeah? This is touch. Yeah? And it's also the herbs and the oil and the heat, you know, and fighting the dryness that comes from the worry of the mind, or the worry of the mind create the dryness. So baby that are not being touched in the orphanage, and then they don't grow very well and they're weak. But babies are being touched. The uncle here, Swami Adi, carried the baby, So this is it. The baby needs to be touched, and then they grow strong. Okay? And we cannot touch nowadays, you know that. With COVID, we cannot touch. Yeah, I've been telling my staff, that are in the situation of COVID, wear gloves. Because you don't know, you touch anything, boom, that's it. So then you don't touch. Everyone is in quarantine, isolation. Yeah, don't hug, don't touch. You see the situation? So you lack the prana that come from air when you live in a polluted environment. Yeah. And you imagine you live in a high-rise building in a big city. Yeah, you wear high heels, and then you go in the elevator, and you go down in the basement to get to your car, and you step into your car. The car drive out in the cement. Yeah, and then in the highway, and then you go to your apartment. Everyone's suffering from isolation. Yeah. So what we have to do, our new society here, modern society, what do we do? We have a new phenomena called Starbucks phenomena. So we feel very isolated. What do? We go to Starbucks and we sit there. Everyone nourishes their little coffee, and then they look at each other. So they feel a little bit connection, Starbucks connection. Before that, they will have family reunion, laughing and cooking together. But now, Starbucks connection. So it's related also of the hand, with the hands. The hands are the grasping, the hands, what the hand does, and the hand grasp. That means the taking. Okay. So if you take a lot, if you shop a lot and you take a lot, your karma is heavier. Like I said, all the organs of action, either it alleviates you from the karma, this is the reason why you're born here, or it will put you deeper. That means you become heavier. Yeah, with the karma that you want to be free from. So therefore, pay attention to the taking, whatever taking that you take. Yeah. Instead, you turn it around, giving. Okay. Instead of taking, giving. Instead of taking, giving. Yeah, that's it. So when you give, you alleviate your karma. You have more prana. Wrong thinking to think that I gave, so I lose my prana. No. Yeah. It is the hoarding. It is the taking. It is the egoism that will make you lose your prana. Because your life, prana is life, your life is not meant for that. Yeah, we think wrongly when we start in life that my life is I go up so that I can consume. I go up so I can satisfy my desire. Yeah, I go up so that I can carve my place in society. All wrong thinking. So the right thing is to give because you realize that the other person is your own self. To really truly embrace the other as your own self, the sense of unity that is called yoga. And you get the prana or the life force from ether. This is more difficult to understand, but ether. Ether is hearing, relating to the ear, hearing the sound. Okay? So the sound, ether is subtle, is a space in which the thoughts circulate. Okay? So there's a hearing. And again, I'm sorry, but I have to talk again about our lifestyle. In the city, you hear noise. Constantly noise, constantly noise. Yeah. Big city, you hear not only noise, but sirens. You say that? The siren? Yeah, sirens. Ambulance, siren, police, car, people shouting. So these are very damaging to your nerves and damaging to your mental health. Okay? So you need to have silence. Come to the place of this. It's just 2 hours from the city when you can, or any other ashram, so that you can hear silence. Yeah, it's soothing, it's recharging you. Okay, and this habit to all the time listening to music. You know, at one time that I have a staff, you know, he's doing everything, coming to Satsanga, this, that, and after some months, I see something is wrong. You know, he doesn't seem to be happier, or, you know, positive, but something is wrong. Then I figured out that at that time he listened to that time it's called the iPod. It's an iPod, yeah. And then he has this thing in his ear. He listened to all kinds of music all day long. And the music, you think it entertain you, you have to listen to the subconscious message in the music. And then you see there's a lot of wrong message that is there. Yeah, that is very pulling down. So hearing. So hearing to sharing nice words, like you have 12 steps meeting, you're sharing the positive thing, right? And then you have, like I'm sharing now as well, Satsanga, or kirtan music, yeah. So that is also uplifting. Music like Atmaram Das yesterday, he told the story of life of Krishna, and you know, sometimes you don't understand what he's talking because all the stories and all the character you don't quite understand, but he tell it with his heart, with his devotion. So we don't understand, but we just grab onto his word and we feel good. You see, so these are the energy that you get from hearing. Okay? Very important. Plus the beautiful music and so on, right? And it's related to the tongue. You know, the tongue is the speaking, the speech. Okay? So when you speak, now I'm speaking quite a bit. You know, sometimes I speak all day long. Yeah, but it gave me prana. But a normal kind of speaking will take your prana away. So you need to pay attention what you speak. Okay? If you speak to enhance people's life, then it gives you prana. If you speak and to gossip, then it takes your prana away. So refrain from gossip. Okay? And try to speak less. If you don't have anything to say, don't say anything. Yeah, just smile. And if you want to talk about something, talk about nature. Yeah. And so the tongue, okay? The tongue, the speech. Yeah. So that is the organ that would alleviate your karma or it put you down. Okay? So you can, that's enough. You can think about this, how to apply the 5 principles of how you get the prana from nature. But you also can get prana, like I said, from within, okay? From the source. because the source is within you. So you just have to have a basic knowledge. Number one knowledge is happiness is within, it's not outside. No? Number two, the answer lies within, it's not outside. Okay, so and whatever you do is to reflect that, you know, that beauty that is from within you. So when you see something beautiful outside, it's only a kind of mirror that mirror back to you the beauty inside of you. Okay, so it's not the deities or, you know, like outside, you know, they are inside of you. They are the beautiful, you know, presence within you. So you need to remember this presence within you, and you need to nurture the remembrance of the true nature, of your own true nature, and the true nature of everything and everybody around you. You see? So they mirror back. When you look at somebody and you talk at somebody, but instead of seeing all their characteristics and our eyes all the time looking for what we like and what we don't like, and then we strip people, you know, apart because you don't like this, you don't like that, and then, oh my God. So instead of doing this, try to see your own inner spirit within them. When you do that, that mirror your own inner spirit, and you see it without you in somebody else, it mirror back to you your own beautiful self, and you become enriched. Yeah. So this is it. It's not worshiping anything outside. Yeah, nothing is outside of you. Everything is everywhere, and everything is within you. Everything is, you can say God, you know, but God is within you. Everything is everywhere. Beautiful. Okay, you just have to have the eyes to see. Okay, so that's it. That's my conclusion words, is that increase your awareness, nurture the sattva, that means the purity. Try to avoid from pulling yourself down, the self-destructive habit, self-destructive habit of thinking, self-destructive habit of living. So try to stay away from it. And the easiest way how to deal with it, because sometimes we know that we cannot do, right? The easiest way is called company, Satsanga. The easiest way is Satsanga, company. You just have to find the positive company, yeah, to hang on to. If you know, nowadays with the internet, you know, I broadcast online. There's a lot of talk online, and then you can get live satsang also, you can do, but it's up to you. You don't do, I'm not going to go pull you out of bed. So it's you, okay? You need to nourish yourself from this positive energy that is all surrounding you. So that is my parting words for those who are living today. And thank you again to all the teachers and to all the therapists and to all the teachers. Thank you to Durga. Yeah, hours, she said, she come to me, I see her with a little bit in between things and said, intensive, keep going, intensive. Because she had to talk, counsel, advice, give, you know, the teaching online, you know. So one person like this is very valuable, but you also can become a person like this to be very valuable for this world. Okay. Om Namah Shivaya. We say the prayer. Om